Hi, my name is Hope Wells, and I'm here talking about naked vegetarians in revolt, or another way of looking at the story of Adam and Eve. So when you first look at the story of Adam and Eve, you may think it sounds silly. There's this grumpy God, and he's chasing two ungrateful naked people, formerly naked people, out of the garden because they ate some fruit after listening to a talking snake who told them that they should eat some fruit. Okay, kind of silly. But I argue if you take it on its own terms, it's actually quite a clever tale. More than that, it reveals something profound, even liberating. So stay with me, it takes a little explaining. Alright, from the beginning. Tradition has it that Moses wrote this story, and it was inspired by God. But some people say, no, that's not true. Actually, it was penned by an anonymous goatherd who stole it from the earlier Babylonian creation myth. And what the goatherd did, they say, was read those 1,000 lines of Babylonian poetry, cut 99% of it, keeping words like chaos, darkness, light, firmament, dry land, stars, moon, sun, man, and scraping things, somewhat exciting things, you could argue, things like the party of the gods, the war of the gods, and the god that gets ripped in half to create the sky and the earth. So that goatherd was one hard-to-please editor. Or maybe the goatherd didn't use the Babylonian myth at all. I mean, you try writing a creation story that doesn't use the words chaos, dark, light, stars, moon, etc. So, well, whatever. Either way, every story needs an opening line, and this one has a grabber. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. That's it. Clean, concise, memorable, majestic. No one has ever written a better first line. No one ever. But is this story all substance, all style, and no substance? I think not. Rather, it offers us right off the bat the healthiest psychological view of ourselves we can get. It says, and God said, let us make man in our image. So he's saying, or it's saying, the story is saying, we are not animals, but beloved and transcendent beings. It's a potent, powerful self-image that sets the story well apart from the Babylonians or the Egyptians. Next, it tackles the big philosophical questions. Who are we? Why are we here? It says, and God blessed them, and God said to them, be fruitful and multiply, and replenish and subdue the earth. AKA, be happy, be sexy, be busy, beat that. So God puts Adam and Eve in a garden with everything they need, including the tree of life. If they eat from this tree, they will never die. Also in this garden is the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, about which God says, do not eat of it, do not touch it, for in that day you will die. So God has given Adam and Eve limits. But how hard could that limit be? They've already got more fruit than they know what to do with. What's one more tree? So think about that. That's their entire religion. No ceremonies, no sacrifices, no list of commandments. If they want to burn down the forest, fine. If they want to lick opium all day, fine. No restriction. They're free. If they have anything more than they've got trees in this garden, it's freedom. I know what you're thinking though. Why would God put one tree there only to forbid them to touch it? Well, you can assume that everything else in that garden is for Adam and Eve's good. That tree is probably for their good too. What good can come of the don't touch the tree rule? Maybe, I argue, that it's there because Adam and Eve can learn from it self-control, respect for others, humility. God doesn't lecture them on these things. God just puts that restriction there and they learn it. They spring into being once that tree is there. And it's completely passive. It does not intrude on their freedom whatsoever. So, Adam and Eve now have, because of this restriction, something to give back to God. They can express to Him their loyalty, their trust, their gratitude. And it promotes their spiritual growth. These are things they'll need when they have a family of their own, for sure. And it's something that they can have a relationship with God for. They're naked, they're free, they're happy. I cannot imagine a better beginning for a religious story. Next up, talking snake, forbidden fruit.